giving you some tips which will hopefully help you get a high score on the exam. So what's on the exam? Well, the big difference between step 3 and step 4 is definitely the grammar. So on step 4, you are expected to use something like continuous, not just the past simple, and also some future tenses, okay? Going to, will, something with probability, with may and might. And if you have already studied the present perfect, feel free to use it on the exam. However, it's actually not part of your level. This will be covered in step 5. However, if you do have a chance to use it, go ahead, and you won't lose any points for mistakes you make with it. What else is also new on the step 4 exam? Something with dependent clauses. Okay, so in step 3, you used to say, oh, my grandmother forgot her glasses. But now your sentences are getting more complex with dependent clauses, with where or when, and they're used throughout the exam. So let's see where to use these. Well, as you remember, the first part of the exam is just sort of an interview, okay? Ask you a couple of questions about familiar topics. And though it looks quite easy, in fact, you should be ready to speak for an extended period of time. So in step 3, one sentence answers used to be acceptable, but at step 4, you really should be giving several sentences as your answer. For example, in this one, if I ask you what's your favorite subject, don't tell me I like math. Okay. Why do you like math? Because I like numbers. This will get you a very low score. You need to talk about, for example, the teacher, the classroom, what you're learning, how you're going to use that in your future. But the point is to use your knowledge to show me the knowledge you have. Okay? Don't forget to use any number of complex grammatical structures you have studied with comparatives. For example, if we go back here, why do you like math? I like math because it's the most interesting subject at my school, and continue. So, superlatives. Okay? Also, you can make your sentences more complex with sort of linking words. Okay? So you could talk about what happened before and after you have studied all of this, and you can use the past simple and the past continuous to talk about these. Okay? So just please remember, no one sentence answers. And if you think about the next task, we could do the same sort of idea. So in step 3, the laptop is on the bed. In picture 2, the laptop is under the bed. At step 3, that's okay. At step 4, we could do better, right? We could do something like the gray and red laptop is open and it's on the green bed. But in picture 2, this laptop is under the bed, but I can see some of it. This is all stuff you have studied. So in this exam task, please, your answer should be complex with information, prepositions, colors. And what's really important is don't repeat my example. So in these tasks, I always start it for you. And I'll say, for example, in this picture, so-and-so, can you tell me some more differences? Please don't repeat what I told you. That will make you lose points. It means you're not listening. So if we take a look at the story task, we can take a similar approach. So our answers should be complex. Imagine this answer. Mom, Charlie, and Jack are outside the cinema. They're playing with leaves. Where are the tickets? The tickets fly back. This is essentially a 0-point answer. It doesn't tell me the story. It just tells me some actions. So how about something with clothing? You could talk about, of course, the actions, but also feelings. How about this answer right here? The mom is feeling upset because the children lost the ticket. Okay? Action, feeling, and cause and effect. Okay? Again, you should speak for an extended period and not just one sentence per question. It should be several. If we take a look at our last task here, information exchange, First, I ask you a few questions, and they can be anywhere on the list. It's not in order. And then you ask me some questions. Usually on the final exam, you have to ask me all the questions. Don't forget, please, this is not a reading exercise. So the correct question is not Peter's bedroom upstairs, downstairs. It's rather, is Peter's bedroom upstairs or downstairs? Notice, intonation also is important here. And you can keep an open mind. You can have different types of questions here, right? If you look at this, it could be, what room is next to Peter's bedroom? It could be, what is Peter's bedroom next to? It could be, is Peter's bedroom next to our room? That's also a correct question. But I want to remind you that the questions can be present tense, past tense, future tense. If you use the wrong verb tense, you actually lose a lot of points, because you lose the points for grammar, but you also lose points for understanding. You didn't actually understand the situation. Okay? So here, the question is not where is David's holiday, it's where was. Look at the question here. We already know it was 10 days, and we know about the weather. Okay? So, as you see, this exam is much harder than the lower level exams, and it's actually really easy to lose points. Don't forget, you have 5 seconds to start speaking and continue tasks. If you stop and don't continue, you lose the rest of the points. Also using wrong verb tenses and repeating my statements, but the easiest way to complete the exam and still fail is not demonstrating knowledge. If it's just present simple in every sentence, if everything you say is one sentence, for sure you cannot get more than 50 points. So remember to use everything you have studied, comparatives, superlatives, a range of dependent clauses, and that will guarantee a great score. Thank you very much for paying attention. Good luck on your exam.